Makeup for dark skin on my beautiful friend Amika. I'm first starting with Studio Finish in an NW shade to even out the skin tone. Now when you do makeup on dark skin, you have to use more than one color. So I'm using a neutral shade in the center, and now I'm using a darker shade for the rim of the face. It'll make the center of the face glow and stand out a little bit more. It's very hard for one person to just use one shade of foundation. Me as well. So after I've finished both colors, this is the end result, even color and skin tone. I'm now using a Studio Select Cover-Up, concealer underneath the eyes, still in an NW shade but a little bit lighter. We just want to brighten and highlight underneath the eyes. I'm also using the same color as the eyeshadow base. You just want to make sure you blend it in really well, but you're highlighting the center, so it makes the skin even, pretty. Even without anything else, her skin looks amazing. Now we're moving on to the eyes. I am doing a colorful look today. I am starting with a MAC shade called Coppering on the inner half of the eyelids. Now in the crease color, I am using a brown. You can use any brown shade that has a little bit of a red tone because we want to add some warmth. We don't want it to be too gray or too greenish like, so you have to use a shade with a little bit of red. Now I am adding a dark green eyeshadow just to the outer corner using a very small pointed, kind of like a pencil brush, creating like an outer V. We're really just focusing on the outer corner of the eye to get that darkest color. Whether it's green, black, doesn't matter what color you use. I'm just using it on the outer corner. Add enough shadow until you get the look that you're going for. Now with a soft pencil, I'm using a dark green pencil. I'm just going to add some more dimension, a little bit more depth with the eyeshadow, and then blend it all together. This also makes the shadow stick and more vibrant. Now I'm using as a highlight color one of my favorites. It's called Arena. And if you notice, I'm brushing it down and then I'm blending it in. If you start blending it in, it's going to not stick as well. Moving right along, I am using now another kohl pencil underneath the eyes. It's a deep purple shade. It's going to be my base for a purple eyeshadow. It's just going to make it stick better, going to make it brighter. Just be very careful when you're working on a customer by the eyes. Just work slowly. On the inner part of the lower eye and then right in the tear duct, I am applying a bright yellow just to add as a highlight. It really opens up the eye area. And now on top of that purple eyeliner, I'm now applying a bright purple shadow. And you see instantly it really grabs the color a lot better than if I were to just use the shadow. I find that using the pencil before the shadow helps the shadow not fall where it can be underneath the eyes and create like dark circles, and you have to fix your eye makeup during the day. So I like to use a base and then put the shadow on top. And again, apply as much eyeshadow underneath until you get the color and the result that you're going for. So I'm going to apply a little bit more. I really want it to be a bright, pretty purple. I'm now going to move on to the eyeliner. I'm using Black Taupe by MAC. It's a gel liner with a Sonia Kashuk eyeliner brush. It's my favorite. Very, very easy to use. And you're also, because you're working on someone else's eyes, you have to be very careful. You have to work slow. Now moving on to the other eye, and you'll see that's the end result with the eyeliner. Now the next thing is the brows. Very important for me. I love to define brows. I'm using a brow pencil from MAC, and I'm just working section by section, creating hair-like strands. Just working very slowly, trying to fill in where Amika doesn't have hair, but trying to still keep it a little bit natural. Now again, the eyebrows are sisters, but they're not twins, so they're not going to look identical. Now I'm doing a little bit more of a dramatic eyebrow because the makeup is a little bit dramatic. But once again, just working section by section and drawing in like you're drawing strands of hair with this pencil. It's a great pencil. You can sharpen it, get it real nice and sharp. It's pretty soft to work with, and you can really just create whatever look you'd like for the brows. Now I'm just with a clean eyeshadow, with a clean eyebrow brush, I'm just blending it together because it's a soft kohl pencil, so it will move a little bit. Just softening it. Now with a brown shade, just to add a little bit of texture, two different colors sometimes makes it a little bit more natural. I'm just kind of going over. So that's her eyebrows on. She's happy. Even apply a little bit of powder. I'm just using a Studio Fix powder, just in the areas where she would be oily, in the center of the face, the nose, the T-zone area, the top of the forehead. And now moving on to a little bit of contouring, I am using a blush called Format, very popular, one of my favorites, with a very small blush brush, and just, you know, using it to contour the sides, up around the brows. Just giving her face a little bit of depth. Do the same on the other side. Blending it in. And now with a little bit of blush, I'm just using a like a deep rose. You can use anything with. I'm just trying to give her just a little bit of color on the cheeks. It's best to have your customer smile. You find where the apples of the cheeks are and just apply there and blend up. And that's pretty, very natural, blush, bronze. Here's a close-up.
Open.
Okay, now onto the lips. I'm using a deep burgundy pencil, and I'm just gonna follow the lip line and bringing in the color on the inner corners of the lip. You're kind of just sweeping in the lip liner on the inner corners to add depth. You have to work very carefully, section by section. And again, just feathering in the color. And now with a lip brush, just kind of blending in the lip liner, softening it a little bit, blending it into the lips, bringing it down a little bit, just so there's no harsh lines, to look like that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of gloss. This is a peachy pink color. I believe it's from NYX. I don't know the exact color, but you can use anything peachy pink. So now we're moving. I'm gonna use lashes on her, but I want to just coat the lashes with just a light layer of mascara. And again, careful when working on a customer. Now with the eyelashes, I'm going to place them and see if they need to be trimmed. They were a little bit too long, so I trimmed them just a bit. And now I'm placing the eyelashes on with Duo adhesive glue. Center of the eyelash first, and then the ends, the outer corner, and the inner corner. I like to brush the eyelashes down, kind of blend them with the natural lashes. Make sure it's nice and dry. Very pretty, very natural. Now, lashes are on.
And wave.
And she's beautiful.